So recently, in 2017, the symphony performed and recorded Jim Stevenson's Liquid Melancholy, and we recorded with City Records. So what's it like preparing music that the audience has never heard before, that you've never heard before, but also recording it? How is that different than preparing for a performance?
Very interesting questions. To address the first, my process of preparation of a new score doesn't fundamentally differ too much from the process of preparing an old score. Yes, there is the fact that we have all heard Beethoven's Fifth Symphony and then we study it. But when I approach, let's say, a traditional piece, like let's say Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or any other piece of the traditional repertoire that I'm previously acquainted with, I always try to approach it as a new piece of music, because I believe the highest level of performance always should contain the freshness of a premiere, even if you have performed that piece hundreds of times. That is actually a little bit easier when you're approaching a new piece of music, because you don't have that preconceived, any bias, any preconceived notions about the piece from other performances or your previous performances. What also helps is the direct contact that we're sometimes able to have with a living composer. In the case of Jim Stevenson, this is phenomenal because I perform his music every year. He lives right here in Lake Forest. We're also dear friends, and the process is extremely natural. So I was able to very quickly do my job as a conductor, and that is to identify with the composer that I'm representing. The second part of your question, which pertains to recording, is equally interesting. A recording is different from the performance only in the sense that we don't have the feel of the spontaneity that we have in concerts. However, we have to be able to portray that same beautiful quality of spontaneity in a recording as well. We have a bit more time to sometimes correct some accidental mistakes, but in the Lake Forest Symphony's case, the orchestra is so good that we have very little, a little bit of touching up to do. We were fortunate to record this entire piece in a single session, which is extraordinary for any orchestra.
So now it's your opportunity to get to know us a little better.
To become our friends and ask us questions. So use the links below to your favorite social media platform, and let's get this party rolling.